I'm telling you now, guys, as you get older, the amount of time you get to spend with your guy, this is a real genuine male issue, the amount of time you get to spend with your guy mates diminishes as you get older.
Exponentially.
Absolutely, as you know, the responsibilities of life take over. Until the breath runs out of my body, I will always be excited about sitting on the train, heading off somewhere with my mates, and at 9:30 in the morning, the first crack of the tin goes. There is no way that is never not exciting.
Yeah.
The thrill of it, the lack of responsibility of it for just those few short hours. The world is yours to go and attain and achieve and be excited by. You only live once, you go and get it, and I love that.
Okay, so first of all, I absolutely love that clip. I'm not sure who this guy is or what he's well known for, but that clip absolutely encapsulates how important it is to have a few nights out with the lads every single year. A few trips away, a few absolute full sends where you have nothing the day after, where you can just completely let go. I'm already planning mine for this year with my group of friends from home, my day ones, the guys who I know since I'm a child or since I'm very, very young, and also the guys I've met since I started traveling. And I'm already absolutely buzzing and excited for them. But today's video is how you can go full send, how you can actually go and have the time of your life, really enjoy your life, enjoy your 20s, have those days and those special memories to look forward to, but not let it get in the way of you being healthy, strong, fit, athletic, reaching your potential, reaching your goals. So that's the balance you have to figure out. And I hate that word balance because I believe in obsession. I think you have to be obsessed with something at a specific period in time. It might feel unhealthy to some to get to your end goal, and then you can have balance afterwards. But the balance is, how do I enjoy myself, enjoy my 20s, not take life too seriously, and still have a lot of fun with the lads and have some amazing experiences, which are what life is all about. So to start the video, I wanted to tell you about some of my favorite ever times in my life, because I want to get you excited about these times for yourself. Particularly if you're a young man, 18, 19, 20, 21, you have these times ahead of you. So when I was in university, I was a bit too serious. I didn't really drink. So went to university for 3 years in Mary. I didn't drink any alcohol. Didn't enjoy myself, didn't make any real connections. Had some good friends from home there, all right, but didn't make any real connections. And definitely it was, looking back, it was because I didn't go on any nights out with them. That's where the best connections are made. So then when I finished university and opened the gym, became really friendly with two guys who I was at their weddings and their stags last year, Ryan and Andrew, and all my other friends from home. Got back friends close with them again and started drinking. Not drinking too much, few shots of Sambuca, shots of confidence we used to call it. And that's exactly what I needed at the time. I needed more confidence. I was way too in my own head, which happens a lot, age 19, 20, 21. I was taking life way too seriously. So we used to go to Carrick, Westport, Galway, Limerick and Dublin for the next 3-4 years, from maybe age 21, 22 to 25, 26, 27. And we had the most epic nights ever. We had some of the most memorable nights of our lives that we still talk about, and we went completely wild, you know, and boys will be boys. I firmly believe that lads need times like that. We also went to Magaluf, Ibiza, Berlin, London, Amsterdam, and recently I've went to Buenos Aires with my girlfriend, and I've got to have special times in all of those places as well. Going to my favorite music events. I love dance music, Afro house, techno music. I've been to all the best nightclubs in the world. The first time I went to Magaluf with the lads, I was like one of the in-betweeners. The whole group of us were. We went to the BCM, and it was like the 10th or 15th biggest nightclub in the world. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even like pubs that much, but this nightclub's incredible. So I wanted to go to all the best clubs in the world. Since then, I've done that. And I can't explain to you how important that is. Even last year, I'm going to play you this clip from the double stag of my best friends from home last May. Make this race, and they fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Hit my man Muhammad Ali. Get ready
ready for the rise of the bubbling Swiss, they let me down. Will they get a bit of mic and we'll rock it down? Sounds of the DJ, pick up the pace, it's a poppin', yes, I'm a breaking face. Listen to me, I'm a master plan. Hustling, yes, I'm a needy. One time, can I be one time? One time, I run my first car, come break up to the show window. I say to the policeman, can't catch me. Next week, yes, I'll be 14, 15. I made my CD.
So 10 years after we became good friends and we had all these special nights out together, it was their stag do in Liverpool last year. We're walking through the main square in Liverpool at about 1 a.m. and that song comes on, which was like literally our favorite song for a 6-month, 1 year period. And a fella comes on and sings Pat Flynn's part in it, word for word, completely like in the moment. It was one of the best moments I've had last year. We talk about it all the time since. And those random bits of chaos, bits of debauchery are absolutely hilarious. And I think they're a crucial part of you developing into a young man and having special connections. Another experience I could tell you since I've started traveling, I met Louis Armstrong and Mike Thurston and Rob Lipsett. The first ever time I met Louis was on the dance floor in Pasha. And then the first time I met Mike and Rob, we went on a night out to Pasha as well. My favorite nightclub in the world, which I went to first of all with my friends Andrew and Ryan, had the most epic night. Had such a good connection with the two of them that they've invited me to lots of parties and events since. Just, I don't think the connection I have with them, even though they're big into fitness and being locked in and being focused, would be anything near as close if we didn't have that crazy night out the first night where we're sharing stories, talking about life, opening up about different situations and problems, and just going full send. So I want you to have those experiences. But today, let's talk briefly about how to have them without ruining your potential. So the first thing I'll say to you guys is it's not that complicated. And GAA players, the top GAA players, have a brilliant handle on it in my experience. 16 years studying Gaelic footballers, Gaelic football teams, the best players, what they do. And I've noticed a trend with the top players. They have it off to a T. And success leaves clues. If there's a very successful player at your club, which there is in many clubs in Ireland, what's he doing that he's managed to keep himself in such good shape? I can guarantee you that nearly every one of them drinks. It's still very, very rare that you find a Gaelic footballer who completely doesn't drink. So if they do drink, how do they enjoy themselves? Have these few wild nights out where they get to connect with their friends, where they get to make new friends, but not ruin their physique or their footballing potential. And you'll find that Gaelic footballers tend to go out only once a month maximum, and they'll regularly have these 30 to 90 day breaks where they won't go out at all because they'll be in with a county panel, or they'll just be super locked in because of club championship, and they'll go long periods without drinking any alcohol. It will be no big deal to them, and that's how generally they manage it. It's no more complicated than that. They don't drink too often, so they're not out every week. They don't get into that vicious cycle of beer in every single weekend and gaining weight. So they drink far less. And then they also have regular breaks throughout the year where they'll go longer without alcohol because they've got that mental toughness and that mental focus. They want to be at their best for club or inter-county championship. So you can copy that no matter where you are in your GAA career, or if you finish playing GAA, you can still take that template. This is the specific advice that I give to my clients for nights out. There's 3 points. It's very, very simple. The first one is drink less calories. So beer is the highest in calories by a mile. Cans of beer, cans of cider, pints, they're the worst you can possibly be drinking. If you're just trying to maintain weight, go and have your few pints. Don't drink too often, you're going to be fine. But if you're trying to lose weight, less calories the better. It's not a big sacrifice to make. You can still have some alcohol, but go for something that has far less calories, like a vodka and Diet Coke or something like this. The second point is go home earlier. So when you get a few beers in you, it's hard to go home. So if you can think about it, no one ever goes out and comes home at 12 or 1 o'clock and says, you know what, I wish I stayed out till 4. I wish I stayed out till 5. I wish I went to the house party. It's always, I wish I didn't go to the house party. I wish I went home earlier, and I wish I stopped drinking. Have lower calorie drinks and go home earlier. Have a time in the night where you say, okay, I'm going to go home. Now, this might be different if you're at a stag or you're going abroad, but those type of big nights out only happen a handful of times in the year. And point 3 is just have less drinks. So say I'm going to have 5 drinks That's it, cap it at 5 drinks. No one ever goes out and says, I wish I got way more hammered. I wish I had 10 drinks instead of 5. I wish I had 12 drinks instead of 6. It's always, I wish I drank less. So there's a huge difference between going for your full send when it's not really necessary and it's only a normal weekend at your local, and between saying, okay, I'm going to go out, going to have 5 drinks max, going to have lower calorie option, I'm going to make sure I'm home in bed by 12 or 1. And that doesn't really affect how much fun you've had or how much you connect to the rest of the lads on most nights out. Apart from those big ones where you're going on a trip away or a stag or something like that would be the only exceptions there. And the second thing, to take what the top Gaelic footballers do, let's say an Aidan O'Shea who's been playing inter-county football all his life, I think he drinks, so I'm saying he's going to be doing something like this. Any of the high-level inter-county players, what are they doing if they still drink alcohol? I would say, and in my experience, what they're doing is, so 10 pints every second week or 5 pints a week is 2,000 calories. If you go drinking every 2 weeks, 2,000 calories. That's 50,000 calories in the year, 25 weeks. If you went for 6 to 10 nights out, instead of 25, you're going for 12,000 to 20,000 calories. So you're going from half to 1/5 or 1/4 of the amount of calories across the year. And that extra money that you save from having far less nights out, use it for traveling instead. So you can, if you went on one trip every 6 months from a city break to a bigger holiday, instead of all these nights out, you're going to be able to go and have some epic experiences, the best clubs in Berlin or Ibiza if you're into clubbing. You might be going to Nashville if you're into country music or Zach Bryan, whatever you're into. Or you can just be solo traveling is your thing. You want to go and see some obscure places in South America or Southeast Asia. Make sure you focus on having and planning those experiences instead of just drinking for the sake of it and having a few pints and dwindling away your money and your physique and your chances of improving your physique and your athleticism while you're at it. Also, with these Gaelic footballers who drink far less and they're not drinking every second weekend, it allows good habits to compound. So that's the big kick in the balls when it comes to drinking alcohol every week or every second week, is you never give your habits a chance to compound. It's like giving your good habits a 40% tax every week. So instead of these habits compounding over time and it making a huge difference to how much money you have, how many opportunities you have, how strong you are, how fit you are, how lean you are, how many opportunities you have with girlfriends and whoever you want to make your wife eventually. Instead of you having that massive reward from being disciplined and healthy and in great shape, drinking every weekend is a 40% tax where all these rewards are way, way lower. So if you drink far less and you're only drinking once every 6 weeks or 8 weeks, or at least once every 4 weeks, your good habits just are so much more effective and they get you so much further. And finally, when it comes to cheat meals, now I don't want anyone to believe that I don't love a night out, I don't love a cheat meal as much as anyone else. I absolutely love food. I'm a big foodie. I'm into all types of food. I'll show you some clips here. I went and lived in Paris because I loved croissants and savory desserts so much, and I gained 5 kg in 8 weeks. But one of the main reasons I moved to Paris, along with the art and the history, was I just wanted to eat as much pastries as possible because they were the best in the world. So I love that food, and I don't want you to give it up forever or anything like it, digestive cleanse or not. I want you to experience delicious food, burgers, pizzas, all these special things on your holidays, but you want to make sure that, again, they don't eat into your potential, eat into how much body fat you have or how much muscle you're gaining. So if you want a cheat meal once every single week, which most of my clients have, every single week while they're getting very, very lean, then very simply on the 7th day of the week or Saturday or Sunday, instead of having 3 meals, have 2 meals. And with those 2 meals, the first one should be high protein, low fat, low carb, something like 2 chicken breasts and asparagus or something like that. So it's not eating into your calories for the rest of the day, but it's high protein. Then you fast, you don't have anything for your second meal. Then after that, you can have a cheat meal that's maybe 1,500, 2,000 calories. What I do with my clients is I get all of them to track on MyFitnessPal a 5 Guys burger and chips. So I'm going to put it up here on screen. It's about 1500, 2000 calories, especially if you have it with a strawberry milkshake, which I tend to like when I'm having them. And it might not be the healthiest on the gut, but it's absolutely delicious. My favourite would be Bunsen burger in Dublin or Hanson burger in Galway. That's my favourite type of cheat meal. Or a Neapolitan style pizza like Dobro's in Galway. You get some really, really good ones across Europe as well. There's usually a few spots in every single city. And when I've went around to these different cities with my girlfriend or with my friends, I've had an amazing time trying these absolutely delicious desserts and foods. So I want you to experience that as well. So the key isn't cutting out all these things forever, being this super strict monk, and I would advise against that. I did that in my early 20s and I was mentally and physically a lot healthier when I wasn't quite as strict or as locked in, and I was definitely a lot less lonely. So go and have these special experiences. Go and eat these amazing foods. Go and book that trip, group trip with the lads. I'm currently organising 2 or 3 this year alone. Just make sure it's pretty structured, it's pretty planned. Maybe the night out themselves can be chaotic, but when you have it, it's pretty structured and planned. And crucially, it's not eating into your potential as a Gaelic footballer, but also as a person in general. And that's what I want for you more than anything with my YouTube channel. I want you to achieve your full potential as a human. Gaelic football is just the tool to do that. Gaelic football, lifting weights, nutrition, it's just a tool for you to be the person that you can be and to develop your character so that you have a far more enjoyable life. And experiences like this and on the sports field are all that more special. Let's go.